Good day, everyone. Sorry about not starting yesterday, but I had a little too much fun and didn't get much rest. So we will continue on where we left off. Where we just had a little argument with sister of Ruthie, because she wanted to keep Ruthie penned up in the castle. And after defeating her, it looks like we're getting their alliance. The next day, after our official alliance with the Guru has been formalized, we prepare to return to Inuyakamo with all speed. Would have been nice to have a couple more drinks. Still, guess we gotta get out on that trail, yeah? They did give us some as a souvenir, but with only this much, we might as well finish it before we go home. I need to check something. Oh, that doesn't do nothing. Only this much? They give us all this, and you still think it's only this much? The carriage is packed to the brim with liquor bottles. If we sold all these, we make a small fortune. Girl, you do know who we have in our party, don't you? Even if all of us were to drink, I highly doubt it'll be all gone before... Yeah. Buddy. Why are you two looking away like that? Perhaps you could stay for but a little longer? Indeed, there is so much in Gujuru you must see, my liege, and Lord Oster. I appreciate the gesture, but there is still much work to be done in Inuyakamo. Once we have reclaimed Yamato, I would be more than happy to see your land in all its glory. Very well, then we shall be on our utmost. Shall do our utmost so that this day may come as soon as possible. Well said. This peaceful scene brings a sigh of relief out of me. Things got a little messy there, but it seems like everything turned out for the best after all. Ruthie. Ruthie hesitates briefly, hearing her sister call her name. Sister? It's alright now. I understand how you feel. She pulls Ruthie close in an embrace, this one gentle and confronting. Sister? You have done nothing wrong, so be confident in your decision. Yes. She just hugs Ruthie a little tighter, tears welling in her eyes. And I also have this for you. As Sis lets go of her sister, she holds out a small flute. Looks to be carved from a tree branch with extreme care. check something. Take this with you.
ですが、これはお姉様がお母様からいただいた大切な。
But I couldn't. This is precious. And Mother gave it to you.
これからのあなたに必要になるはずのものだから。
I think it may be more important for you to hold on to it.
私とお母様がいつでもあなたのそばにいると思って使って。
Please, think of both Mother and I when you play it. Remember that we are always with you.
はい。大切にします。
Yes, I will treasure it. Oh, she's got the flute in her hands now. This kind of thing always brings a smile to my face. I watched them, absently recalling the sound of the flutes in the night.
それから。
And also? Hmm?
お姉様?
Sister? His face redens a bit, darting little glances in my direction. Then... Oh, she likes him. She extends her arms toward me suddenly, offering something with a bashful downward gaze.
これは。
If you would. And this is... Her gift is something wrapped in a thick leaves, and it has a powerful savory smell.
そのチャモクの肝です。
Is the liver of a chamakoku. Chamakuku.
はい。そのご迷惑をおかけしたオシトル様に精をつけていただきたくて。
She likes being defeated by him. Yes. Well, I thought you might like something to energize you. After all the trouble you went through because of me.
大丈夫ですわ。後でお召し上がりになるなら生ではいけないと思ってタレをつけて炙ってみたのですが。
No need to worry. I know raw food doesn't keep well in the travel, so I roasted it and gave it a sauce glaze. It'd be pointless for me to decline her generosity here. Her newly sheepish attitude is a little jarring. It's like she's a different person. I'd like to think it's because she changed her opinion of me. You see, then I will gladly accept. Yes! I extend my hand to take the package from her, but as I take hold of the little bundle, she just places her other hand on mine. Hmm?
どうかルルティエのことを。
Please, take care of Ruthie. Her hand upon mine feels even warmer than before.
私もその時が来ればあなた様の元へ。
When the time comes, I will also join you. Yes, of course. I look forward to the day we will fight side by side. But until then, I will promise you that I will protect Ruthie in your stead. Thank you. He's...
ルルティアのことが心配なのはわかるが、こうもしつこくオシトル殿に頼むのは失礼。
Yeah. Sister, I understand your concern for Ruthie, but surely that's enough bothering Lord Asto... She barely seems to move, but in an instant, I see her legs swing up. Wow. She's flexible and smash into Yashima's face.
私はオシトル様と大事な話をしてるのです。邪魔をするようならその顔叩き割りますわよ。
You're interrupting a very important conversation between me and my Lord Oster. Interrupt me again, and I will shatter every bone in your idiotic face.
もう割れております。姉上。
You have already done just that, sister. Come now, Lady Shish. There's no need to be so strict with him.
そうでしょうか。ですが、オシトル様がそうおっしゃるなら。
Do you think so? Well, if you say so, my Lord Oster.
ほら、グテ、 そのひしゃげた顔を元の顔より美形にしてあげましょう。ほーら。
Come, foolish brother, allow me to fix you right up, and we will have your face looking far better than it was before. There.
姉上、そんなに力を入れたら頭蓋が
Lester, don't put that much strength in it. My head's gonna split. She's noticing. Colin narrows her eyes, watching the siblings' antics. Sis seems to be in high spirits.
これってもしかして。
Surely she hasn't. A possibility seems to occur to Cone. She turns to Ruthie, who surely knows her sister well.
ルルティはお姉さんの様子どう思うかな。もしかしてお姉さんは。
Ruthie, how do you feel about how your sister's acting? You don't think she's... But Ruthie doesn't hear Cone, instead staring at a man standing next to her sister.
ルルティ
Ruthie?
なんでしょう、クオン様。
Yes? How may I help you, Miss Cone? Ruthie finally realizes that Cone is calling to her and snaps to attention. However, Ruthie looks troubled and a little flustered. Cone gives her a look.
どうかしたのかな。もしかしてどこか怪我でも。
Something the matter? Did you hurt yourself somewhere?
いえ、そのようなことは。ただ。
No. That wouldn't be the case at all. It's just... Ruthie rests her hand against her chest, breathing out slowly.
きっと少し疲れただけです。きっと。
I'm just a little tired. Tired. Yes, that must be it. Though it pains me to say farewell, we must be heading out now.
そうですか。寂しくなります。
I see. I will surely miss you. As will I you. Perhaps when fate allows, Lady Shish, we could share another drink.
その時はしっぽり。いえ、じっくりと。
When I see you again, we will share a long chat. Yes, I will look forward to it.
では、オシュトル様。道中お気をつけて。
Please, take care on your way, my Lord Oster. As Sis and others send us off, we all mount our steeds and look to my friends. Let us go home then. To Iniakamu. Yeah! Everyone says. As we pass over a small hill that looks down upon the castle, I notice Ruthie looking back at her homeland, lost in thought. Something the matter, Ruthie? I call Alt, guiding my whopper a little closer to hers.
オシュトル様。
Sir Aster? Do you regret leaving? I must apologize. This was your long-awaited trip back home, but we ended up leaving before you had any time to enjoy it.
いえ、違うんです。
No, that's not it. Is it not?
初めてテートへ献上品と一緒に出発した時。
The day I left for the Imperial capital with our offerings to the Mikado?
あの時と今と見える景色が違うような気がして。
I was just thinking that the view seems different from when I saw it back then. The view.
はい。あんなにも大好きなお城なのに、なんだかくすんで見えていましたが。
Yes, I loved the castle so much, but back then, it looked so dingy.
い
When I look at it now, though, Ruthie seems lost for words, her gaze softening. Perhaps the fog upon your heart has lifted.
心の
My heart? The eyes alone cannot pierce through the truth, or even reveal it, but what we see with our eyes leaves a mark upon our hearts. The day you first departed for the pure capital, your heart must have been wavering.
はい。とても不安でした。
Yes, I was so uneasy about it all, and that uneasy put a veil over your eyes. That is why everything must have looked so dark. But how do you find it now?
今は違います。とても暖かくて優しい感じがします。
It's so different now. I can feel such warmth and kindness from it. Yes, that is your homeland as it appears in your heart. Remember that sight, this sight. Let this view of your homeland etch a new mark upon your heart. Our only course is to move forward on our path. But when all this is said and done, it is truly a happy thing to have a homeland waiting for you.
はい。
Yes. Ruthie nods, gazing lovely upon the vista spread out before her. That's the one little difference between Oster and everyone else. He doesn't have a true homeland anymore. It's wherever his heart goes is the homeland. Okay, let's check out the fight. See if we got all items. Yep, we got everything from here. We got everything from here. You don't have to really fight that one anymore. Let's see. Okay, this is open up. Reach Overzeal. Let's try it. Failed to destroy all targets. When a unit's zeal reaches 100, that unit enters Overzeal and immediately takes an extra turn. Entering Overzeal also purges a unit of status alignments, which can be used to your advantage. Time limit until all dummies are destroyed. Divine Will. Uh-oh, I failed that one. Yep. I failed in the placement. Rewind. No, it's move. This one. Damn it. There we go. I have to get used to this now. Some action chains consume rather than generate a net amount of zeal. As a result, executing some chains to completion will not activate Overzeal. If part of an action chain would put your zeal over 100, but a later part would drain it again, you can preserve overzeal by breaking the chain. Pressing R instead of space on any action chain inputs still scores a critical hit, but stops the chain's progress immediately after the current action. You can also activate this by pressing F before starting the chain and selecting the control action chain option. Use this to reach overzeal, which means I'm going to have to do that for this one. If successfully executing Ruthie's action chain on a Atamo Tuskaba up through the third action will not result in overzeal. Permanently breaking the chain at the second hit to bypass this loss and enter overzeal. Ah, okay. Yeah, they want me to... They want me to do the other one. And they don't want me to go over... Yeah, they want me to do overzeal on the other option, I bet you. Okay, so... Nope, I screwed up on that. That's not what they wanted. I clicked the button too fast. Or too late, I should say. I'm just not used to clicking. Too many days off. I pushed R. You said R stops it. Still did it. Why is it still doing it? Even though I'm pushing the button it's asking me to push. Okay, that's what I gotta do, okay. While an overzeal executing chain attacks does not cause a unit to lose zeal, executing more expensive chains during overzeal to gain an upper hand. We want to use that one this time. Yeah, I failed that one. I missed that top one. There, the critical. And I missed the critical again. But I missed the second critical. Oh. I screwed up that one.
目が回ります。
There we go. And we did it.
無茶しすぎないでね。
Okay, that one's cleared. Can't do that one. Norsee's gotta be level 8 or above to get that one. We get Codex Nature's Harmony. A given number of turns, an ally is defeated. See what this one does. Aware activation. It has started to rain. Some elements become active when the appropriate weather's conditions arise. Units aligned with the current active field gain positive bonuses to attack, defense, and speed. Check on the current active elements by consulting the element chart in the system menu.
獲物はどこだ？
So, water's high against fire's strong against water. Water's against strong against wind. Just want to make sure. Is it just these guys? Okay.
いい的だな。離れた敵なら私が。
Okay.
やったかな。
あなたに全てを背負わせはしないのです。花や。
Hmm.
見てろよ。
なんたる深く。
どうだ。
Yeah, that's not gonna work. What one was it? Was the fence? Nope, nope, no.
あっち行け。油断大敵なのです。 安心を。強気で行くですよ。
I wonder if she would have,
見てろよ。
I barely did any, yeah,
ないというのか。
it's not gonna work. How far can you... Let's see, what was it again for range? And you're gonna wipe.
先に休ませてもらいます。
どうだ
A given number of turns pass. An ally is defeated. We don't have to win, just have to watch out. She should probably be the best one to put in front then, maybe.
どうだ。よし、落ち着いて。
Because we don't have to win per se, just gotta survive.
油断はしないのです。
Let's do that.
削減を。これでいいです。
見てろよ どうだ
Victor conditions has changed to within a given amount of turns, destroy all targets at once. Defeat to fail to destroy all targets. Time limit. Tell the dummies next turn. Okay, that disappeared, so we just gotta defeat these guys now, huh?
見たことか。
Weather conditions can change between turns. Your win, he's just that. Well, let's just do this. I want to see if does this do anything?
ドイツから行くかね
Wind howls.
不忠なる族とども覚悟せい
He's better.
切られたいのはドイツだい
Let's try him now then. I didn't get the critical, but I could defeat it. Okay. I just did the right thing. Damn it, missed again. Yeah. Just having a hard time trying to get that second one. Already failed the first two, not even bother with that one. thought I had the critical on that one. Oh, dang it. Okay, I didn't get critical, but I did get the other small criticals. During elemental activation, stat boost increase by 10%. Your lock still. Cone's training. Destroy all targets within turn limit. Fail to destroy all targets. Cone's elemental faith shift changes her elemental affinity based on the last successful hit of the action change she performed. Try shifting her elemental affinity to something more advantageous for the current battle. The dummy's next turn. Okay, so your win. And that means Earth is weak, so I want to get water if I could. Wonder. Well, yeah, that would. I wonder if that'll do it. Huh? Hmm. Let me. For details. Zeal costs 4. It didn't go up like I'd hoped. I wonder. Will she elemental shift? No. Okay, what? The only way I can really do it is if I get the bonus, I think. Yeah. Okay. What I need to do... I need to do the elemental... I gotta get the bonuses on both, I think. That didn't give me enough critical. Damn it.
くつかみ将来
Yeah, that didn't give me enough. I didn't get the... I did not get what I wanted. I gotta do both at get the criticals on both.
これだね
Didn't work again.
無理は現金かな
Just gotta time it right.
癒やし慈しみはこれもどう
There we go. We're in overzeal now.
くつかみ将来
And we're getting elemental shift.
十分少年バカな
And now we gotta do elemental, we gotta do the thing on them too. Criticals. Okay.
ふむかみ将来私に続いてまずは目の前の敵ね
Near Earth. You're gonna be fire. You're fire. Isn't... Yeah, when is more better than Earth? Earth is to fire. Fire is water. I don't think I can get up that high of damage to it. Unless Earth to Earth. Okay, I know what to do. Okay, we do this. We do this. And then when we get to the next turn, we do the heal on herself, which will give her the Earth Elemental ability, which we'll then use on the dummy. Almost. I gotta do it a little bit better. I clicked it just on the right thing. How did why didn't the other one proc? Okay, why is 4 not procking? Proc before. Yeah, it feels like I'm starting to get a little weird out.
動だね。これで一撃。いい運動だね。
I'm missing that lap. There we go. Almost.
こんなとこかな。これで押し通す。
I'm not proccing anything,
いい
which is
運動だね。
annoying as hell. God damn, my hands are just... Feels like they're going through sludge right now. As if my commands to them are just not there.
はあ。 こんなとこかな。
Hands. I'll try this one more time.
はあ。
My commands are just not going through.
いい運動だね。
End the trial. We'll get back to us. I'm just not feeling it. Let's just go with the story. In the depths of the vast woods, a man meditates alone on the forest floor. Varai. His body is absolutely still, as if he's become one with the trees surrounding him. Time passes unnoticed in the stillness, until... Roar. Thud, thud. Suddenly the forest is filled with screeches and cries of animal terror. Heavy, thudding footsteps come closer and closer. Woodland creatures scatter and flee, terrified. But the man is unmoved. Thud, thud, getting louder. Even after the small animals have fled, it becomes clear that the footsteps are coming his way. Thud, 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 thud. Oh, it's one of those. The Gurujis? Norma's Ganji. Likely one of the ones brought in for the previous battle. It must have escaped after going unused. Even the soul-shaking roar registers as little more than an annoying buzz. Varai finally opens his eyes, regarding the Ganji as he would an insect. I have no reason to yield to you. Leave. For a moment, the Ganju seems paralyzed in place, stopped by Varai's sharp gaze and commanding voice alone. Roar! It lunges, charging to close the distance. More growling. Its jaws are open wide enough to see into its vast gullet as it charges forward. Seconds away from impact. Fool! With one mighty swing of his hand, he decapitates the Ganji in a single chop. The body staggers on, driven forward by its momentum, then collapses. The ensuing crash resounds through the trees, and then Finally, silent descends once more.
ぬるい。
How meager. Bathed in the stench of bestial blood, Burai only sounds disappointed.
もはや何人といえど我が血のたぎりを鎮めることはできぬ。
It seems no matter how many fall by my hand, I still feel the calling in my blood. Entui steps into the clearing, having made her way through the foliage.
貴様か。
You are here.
どうしてそんな無茶を？
Why are you so reckless?
すでに時は満ちた。
Time has come.
におれようか。
The time has come. I cannot help but move.
奴はいたか。
Did you find him?
直接この目で見たわけではないですが、噂は聞いています。
I did not see him myself, but I have heard news of his arrival. Ever since Burai started moving on his own again, Entui has been visiting Inuyakamu's grounds more and more often. She had told them she was there to gather food, but that was merely a cover. She was there on behalf of Burai.
オシトル様は今、確かにエンナカムイにおられます。
Lord Oster is definitely in Inuyakamu now. She delivers her report to Burai, relying everything she had learned while undercover in the city. Even after the declaration to take back the throne, she recounts, Oster's fame grew even greater, and he gained more and more followers.
それでこそ我が欲する最強の敵。
Such glory as I expect from my rightful nemesis.
これでお分かりになったでしょ？
Do you understand now?
再戦など、今さらオシトル様と戦うことに何の意味があるのです？
All those talk of rematches, of your nemesis. What point is there in fighting Lord Oster now?
所詮は女か。
Only a woman after all, then. Eh? He turns his back on Entui.
どこへ行くつもりです？
Where are you going?
知れたことオシトルの元に赴く。
Need I say it? I'll go to face Oster.
ですが、まだ怪我が。
But your injuries.
世話になった。
You have my thanks.
待って、今戦っても叶うはずがありません。
Wait. Even if you fight him now, you won't stand a chance. Burai turns his head slowly to Entui, who clings desperately to his arms.
とならばいつ戦う？
That answer. When may I fight?
いつまで待てば我はオシトルと戦うことができる。
How long must I wait until I can fight Oster?
アクルカは命を食らう。それは奴とて同じこと。
The Arakuraka feasts upon life. So is this with mine, so too with his.
だが奴の方が少しばかり恵まれているらしい。
However, it seems fate has favored him more. Something about this strike in Entui is odd, that a man like Burai would speak of such things as fate and the blessing of thereafter, therefore, or thereof. Burai cannot admit that he is lower than his enemy. Could that be frustration? Self-loathing? Enlightenment? Or...
いずれにせよ我が戦はあと一度で終わる。
Whatever the outcome, the next battle will be my last.
そのことを知っていながら、なぜ？
If you know that, then why? Suddenly, Entui's father flashes before her eyes.
わしはここに置いていけ。この傷、もう助からぬよ。
Leave me here. With this wound, there is no way I will live.
人の身では脱ぎそむ神には勝てぬ。
No man can be victorious over a Nugawizmakan. I mean, Her father once compared the Akura Torika of Yamato as to Nigo Wisdom Kamai. If an Akura Torika fought with all their unearthly power, what would happen? And if the opponent was also Akura Torika, the collateral damage would kill countless other soldiers or even innocent civilians. Homes burned by the ravage of war, families broken apart, people hurt and left to die in the cold wilderness. She has seen it with her own eyes, the same grim ending time and time again. She cannot let this man go.
おしとり様は私がおびき寄せます。
I will lure out Lord Oster myself. Into he speaks without thinking.
ざれ言を
You jest.
本当です。
I will.
ならばどのようにしてオシトルを連れてくる？
And how do you tend to summon Oster?
私は以前、宮廷付きの女官をしておりました。オシトル様にもお会いしたことがあります。
I was once a lady of the imperial court. I met Lord Oster then, as well.
ほう、面白い。
Oh? Intriguing.
一介の女官風情がヤマトの将を呼びつけられるだと？
Mere lady of the court will somehow call forth the general of Yamato.
私に考えがあります。
I have a plan.
ただし、誓ってください。
However, you must swear to me.
戦うのはオシトル様だけ。他の者たちには決して手を出さぬと。
You will only fight Lord Oster. You will not lay a hand on any others.
誓えぬ。
I cannot swear this.
アクルカの力を真に解き放てば、我が我であることさえ受け負えぬ。故に誓えぬ。
When I release the true power of the Akururka, I abandon all sense of self and reason. Those, I cannot promise you such restraint.
なぜそこまでして。
Why are you doing this?
それが我の生き様。他に何の理由がいる？
That is the path I have chosen. What more reasons do I have required? Hearing that from Burai, she realized that any further question is useless.
わかりました。オシトル様は必ず私が連れてきます。
I understand. I will bring Lord Oster to you.
どうかそれまでお待ちください。
Please wait until then.
貴様、何故我のためにそこまでする？
You. Why are you doing all this for me?
あなたのためでは。あなたの。
It is not for you. Not just for you. She tries to continue, but the words won't come. For a moment, Burai's stony face looks like someone else's.
私には父がおりました。
I had a father.
ヤマトとの戦の折、父はオシトル様との戦いに敗れ、果てました。
During the war against Yamato, my father was defeated in battle against Lord Oster, and he passed away.
見事だ。さすがはウコンへ大将。
Impressive. I would expect no less from the Imperial Guard of the Right.
貴殿も
Your skills are remarkable as well.
人たちを浴びせたか。
Ha! So I have succeeded in landing one strike.
ならば悔いはない。良き戦であった。
Then, I have no regrets. I thank you for this battle. That day, her father stood unflinchingly against the monstrous enemy he fought bravely and lost. It hits her in a sudden, painful realization. The man in front of her is the same. He seeks a death he can respect, on his own terms. The only person who could grant this wish is her. Her eye peers into his eyes searchingly, as if he might find the truth therein.
貴様、ヤマトの女官と言ったな。故郷を捨てたのは復讐のためか。
Yet you said you were a lady of Yamato's court. You cast off your homeland for the sake of revenge?
そのように思われるのも当然でしょう。
You would think that, wouldn't you?
ならば、オシトルは我と貴様の共通の敵というわけだな。
I see. Even if nothing else, we share a common enemy in Oster.
貴様の父親の仇、我が必ず取ってやる。
Know that I will take revenge for your father. Intui bites her lip, looking down. For now, she can work with his misunderstanding and gain his trust this way, so that the tragedies of the past won't be repeated. But as to whose tragedies, who she's protecting, and who she wishes to protect, Intui has no answers. Okay. Office. It's been some time since we've returned from our travels in Kuduru. We sealed our alliance with no further problems, but there's still much work to be done. At times, instead of setting our sights on the highest peak, we must first ensure we stand on steady ground, and so I work with this in mind.
という感じなんだけど、どう？
This is how things stand. What do you think?
なるほどなのです。では、ここの
I see. Then, right here, after finishing lunch, as I return to the office with Kuru, I notice Kon and Nico chatting as they study a map. What are you two talking about?
あ、やっと戻ってきた。
Ah,
オストル、ちょっといいかな。
you're finally back. Aster, could I ask a bit of your time? What is it? I glance at the map, noticing all the symbols and lines drawn across the land.
ねえ、オストル。ここに新しく水路を通せたら、みんな喜ぶと思わない？
So, Aster, if we could lay out a waterway through here, don't you think that would be a big help for everyone? To the mountain lake we talked about before? Didn't we decide that it would be too difficult to practice? But yes, you're right. If we could manage it, everyone would be quite happy to have so much fresh water at hand.
やっぱりオストルもそう思うんだ。この先のことを考えたら、水路は必要になるって。
See, Aster, I knew you'd think so. If we think about our needs in the future, we're gonna need a waterway.
そこでなんだけど、実現するよう前向きに考えてみてはどう？
So why don't we try to think positively about this and try to make it happen? Cone keeps darting meaningful glances toward Nico. Nico nods to that.
姉様の言うように、新しく水を通せば余裕ができて楽になるかと思うのです。
As dear sister said, a new waterway would give us some much needed breathing room. It would make everyone's lives easier.
畑に回せる量も増えるですから、作物の収穫量も増えるですし、
It would
そ
also
れに
it would also give us more water to allocate to the farm and fields, thereby increasing our harvest. And
今のままですと、この先水不足に苛まれることになると思われるのです。
more importantly, if we continue as we are, I fear we will have to deal with water shortages. What do you mean?
私たちはさらなる戦力の増強をする必要があるのです。つまり、人が増えるということです。
In our current
そう
position,
考えると、
in our current position, our goal is to increase our forces. It follows that we should see increase in population, And so, that's right. I'd only been thinking of keeping up with our food stores, but water.
実際少しずつですが城内にある貯水池の水位が下がり始めているみたいなのです。
The truth is that while it has been a very gradual decrease, the castle reserves nevertheless has visibly decreased. I see. We won't run out today, but the day after, or the day after. But if we keep going at this rate, it's possible that the actual war would be out of the question. I understand the need for a new waterway, but we are in a state of preparations for war. You all know as well as I do that we have neither the manpower nor funds for such a large-scale projects. It seems Cone has an idea, but what were you actually planning to do?
そう言うと思ってた。
Ah, I knew you'd say that. Cone looks practically smug, like she's been waiting for me to ask.
確かに新しく水路を引くとなると多くの人手と資金が必要かな。
Why is my cables all messed up?
でもそれを簡易的なものにすればそんなに手間もかからずに済
Nope,
むは
nope,
ずな
nope.
の。
I need to unplug this. Okay. Sorry, but
私にはとっておきの秘策があるんだ。それはね
back. Nope, nope. Stop. Yeah, sorry about that. Most wires get crossed with something else that shouldn't have. So I was pulling too much. Okay, let's get back into this.
だけを使
Do
え
you-
ばいいかな。
Okay. Okay, here.
私の故郷のやり方なんだけど、こういった大規模
There.
な水路を掘ることができない場所には竹を使って水を通すんだ。
Why did that go back there? I want to go back. Come on, why is it going back? I want to... Okay, here we go. Okay, that's not working like it should. The backlog isn't doing like it should. Oh well. They usually just had to go back and then... Cone looks practically smug, like she's been waiting for me to ask.
確かに新しく水路を引くとなると多くの人手と資金が必要かな。
It's true. If we were build a waterway, we would need workers and funding, I think.
でもそれを簡易的なものにすればそんなに手間もかからずに済むはずなの。
But if we simplify the process, then we can finish it quickly enough that it wouldn't be a problem.
そして私にはとっておきの秘策があるんだ。
And I happen to have a secret plan. Secret plan?
それはね。
And that is... Cone clears her throat, confident in her proclamation.
竹を使えばいいかな。
Use bamboo.
私の故郷のやり方なんだけど、こういった大規模な水路を掘ることができない場所には竹を使って水を通すんだ。
It's what we do in our home country. In places where we can't dig the ground up for massive aqueducts, we pass the water through bamboo. Okay, now we get the...
竹ですか。それって筒状で中身が空洞になっている植物の。
bamboo? That is a hollow tube-shaped plant, I believe.
そうその竹。
Yep, that bamboo. I see, bamboo.
軽くて丈夫で腐りにくくて加工もしやすいからこういうことにはうってつけじゃないかな。
It's light and sturdy. It doesn't decompose much, either, and it's easy to shape. Sounds like a perfect fit for this, doesn't it?
これをつないでいけばほら簡単な水路の出来上がり。
If we connect the stalkways together, then look, we can make a simple little waterway.
どう？悪くない方法だと思うかな。
What do you think? Seems like it would work to me. Home puffs out her chest confidently. Yeah, if we use something like that, we could direct the water easily.
姉様。
Dear sister?
何猫ね。
What is it, Nico? But Nico seems reluctant to speak, with Cone so eager she's trying to be considerate.
とても言いにくいのですが。ない
Um,
のです。
I hate to say it, but we don't have any.
ないって何が？
Don't have what?
ですからこの国には自生していないのです。
I mean, in this country, the bamboo does not exactly
竹は
grow here.
Eh?
Cone smiles, freezes.
竹のことは書物で見たことがあるですから知っていたですが、このエンナカムイには自生しない植物で。
I know of bamboo from my studies from some guidebooks, but the plant is not native to Inuyakamu.
おそらくはこのエンナカムイだけでなく周辺諸国を探しても竹は生えてないと思うのです。
More than likely, even if we search all over surrounding countries as well as Inuyakamu, we would unlikely to find any. Eh? Now that you mention it, I've never actually seen bamboo at all, and that means...
ですので、非常に言いにくいですが、神様の秘策は。
hate to tell you, dear sister, but your secret plan... Cone's tail, previously wagging with joy, droops to the ground.
ごめんなさいです。
I am sorry. If we have no bamboo, perhaps another type of plant would work in its place. No, that would not work.
はいです。できないことはないですが、丈夫で腐食に強い材木を同じような大きさでたくさん揃えるのは大変なのです。
Yes, it is not impossible, but it would be a difficult task indeed to find any lumber of such size and hardiness, let alone great amounts of it.
それに加工の手間を考えると、たとえ多くの人手が割けても短期間ではとても。
And if we consider the time needed to process the wood, even if we had the manpower, it would be difficult to accomplish in the time we have.
でしたら金属で筒を作ってみたらどうでしょうか。金属で同じ大きさの筒を作りつなげていけば。
Then perhaps we could make tubes out of metal? If we forge that same hollow shape and fit them together, that will cost even more than lumber. We already require a great deal of metal for the sake of armaments and other needs of war. I would like to avoid excess use of metal.
それなら
Wait.
石を組んで使うのはどうかな。石ならただ同然だし。
Then we could try to fit rocks together and use them. That should have a similar effect. Time needed to make a stone waterway would be even more demanding than the one of wood. Indeed, that is why bamboo was suggested at all.
そうでした。
That's right. Wait, speaking of rocks, instead of traditional building stone, do we perhaps have limestone? If I remember chemistry, Limestone can be baked and turned into powder. With water and gravel, we could make some kind of primitive concrete.
ごめんなさいです。希少な鉱石ならともかく、さすがにどこにどの石があるかまでは。
I am sorry. We know where we can find a great many precious ores, but I do not think we know where to find this limestone. Yeah, that's right. Even then, it's not like we'll be able to get them for free. One thing we're surrounded by is dirt, but what can we do with that? I sigh heavily in defeat, reaching for my lukewarm teacup. And then, with my fingers against the hard smoothness, everything becomes clear. Nico?
はい。
Yes? This teacup, where was this made?
湯飲みです。それなら多分近くの集落で。
The teacup is most likely made in a nearby settlement. The realization hits her mid-sentence.
兄様、
Dear
もし
brother,
かして。
do you mean to? Yes, with the clay used for chromatics and glaze, we can bake long, sturdy tubes. Clay pipes, I suppose they would be called, or perhaps chromatic pipes would be more appropriate.
陶器なら腐ることがないし、水漏れもしない。何より自由に形を変えられて安上がりかな。
We've no need to worry about chromatics rotting, and they won't break or they won't leak. Clay is easy to shape and quite cheap.
陶器。考えてもみなかったです。
Chromatics. That never occurred to me. Chromatics. Then it is settled. A solution at last. Unable to help myself, I smile broadly. Ika, I apologize for the suddenness, but can you estimate the cost for such a project? Kiru, can you gather up our available potters?
わかりました。任せてくださいです。
Understood. Leave it to me.
かしこまりました、兄上。
Certainly, brother. And I expect we'll have to survey the land in question, too. May I leave that to you, Cone?
もちろん。
Of course. With orders tossed out left and right, the room quickly grows much more busy.
さて、
Well,
どうやらうまくいったみたいかな。
that went well.
全ては計画
I
通り。
think all according to plan.
姉様、さっきからブツブツとどうしたですか？
Dear sister, what are you muttering over there? Is something wrong?
なんでもない、なんでもない。
Hmm? No, nothing at all. Nothing at all.
ほう。
Of course. He's trying to do stuff to get him to be, to like, have Oster be found out that he's Haku. Even though she knows she wants him
失
to.
礼します。オシトレ様、お父様から果物が届きました。
Excuse me, Sir Oster. My father has sent us some fruits for our stocks.
どうぞ皆さんでお召し上がりください。
He said to please enjoy it with everyone.
ビミ、
Good.
甘酸っぱくてとても美味しいです。
Sweet and sour. Very delicious. Before Ruthie even finished talking, the twins are already digging into the fruit we have out for sampling. I am thankful. Desserts like these are a rare treat indeed. I pluck up a large morsel of some dried fruit or other and take a bite. The flesh is thick and fresh, and a dense sweetness spreads throughout my mouth. This is good. I didn't even need to extricate it. This would go great with some strong tea, or better yet, some booze.
ありがとうございます。お菓子に練り込んだりすると美味しいので、今度作りますね。
Thank you. It also makes a fine ingredient in several other snacks. I'll try making them sometime. I look forward to it. No doubt our liege, the sweet-toothed incarnation herself, will be happy as well. Let Lord Ozan know of our gratitude.
クジューリの名産品ですし、そう言っていただけるとお父様も喜ぶと思います。
This is a specialty of Utawarerumono, so my father will be very happy to know you like it. As Ruthie leaves, a thought occurs to me. I stare at the dry fruit in my hand, one bite taken out of it. This reminds me, Nico?
はい、何です？
Yes, what is it? My apologies, but could you take some of these to our mother? She's so fond of sweets. After all, we should make sure she can have some. Uh, I would take them myself, but unfortunately I can't. But unfortunately, I cannot leave my work behind. Nico?
はい。
Yes. What is the matter? Her eyes look unfocused. Something doesn't seem right. Perhaps you are not feeling well? I reach over toward her forehead, worried she has a fever, but she visibly flinches at the gesture. Ah, you seem a bit tired. Perhaps I have been demanding too much of you lately.
大丈夫なのです。
Uh, I am fine. It certainly doesn't appear that way. Once you reach our mother's house, rest there a while. You have not visited in some time, correct?
ですが、
But do not worry. I am sure I can manage our affairs for a time without you, Nico. Indeed, I am more worried about you and Mother. Uh, she shakes her head once, twice, 3 times, and then forces an awkward smile.
わかりましたです。それでは兄様。
Understood. I shall see you later, dear brother. Yes. My regards to our mother.
はい、行ってくるです。
Yes, I shall be going. Nico raises, taking a step forward, and nearly collapses to the ground. Ah! Whoa. I reach out reflectively, taking hold of Nico before she falls to the floor.
あれ、
Huh? Nico, what's wrong? Are you alright? Nico stretches her arm out, as if reaching for something, then clutches instead onto her own robes. Just as I thought, something's wrong.
兄様。
Dear brother? Just lie down for now. I'll get Cone. Huh?
あれ、私どうしたです？
I don't think anything is wrong. You nearly fell over. Did you not notice?
はい。もう大丈夫なのです、兄さん。
Yes, but I'm alright now, dear brother. Flustered, Nico pulls away. Once she's back on her feet, she stops, seemingly stable. Nico?
なんでもないのです。それでは、母様のところへ行ってくるです。
It is nothing. Now I will go to her mother's. No, I can have someone else go. Nico, you should return to your room and get some rest.
でも、
But I smile lightly, trying to dispel Nico's worries. Surely if you had fallen ill, Mother would be quite cross with me. I can hear her now, asking how that happened with me at your side. Uh, uh... My worry seemed almost to have paralyzed her. She stares at me, frozen.
違うのです。
You're not him. Hmm?
なんでもないのです。
Nothing. It's nothing. Nico shakes her head over and over. Her tail quivers, puffing up with each passing second. Did I say something wrong?
主様の名はオシュトル。
Our master's name is Oster. Huh? Nico's body jolts at Uri's sudden interjection.
ヤマトの双璧と謳われるウコンウェ大将オシュトルとは、まさに主様のことです。
The man sung as one of the twin shields of Yamato, the imperial guard of the right. Oster is our true master. What are you two saying all of a sudden?
オシュトルはただ一人。
There is only one Oster.
主様が主様に見えるのは当然でしょう。
It is natural that our master looks like our master.
違うです。兄様は。
No, my dear brother is... She tries to speak, but she can't find the words. Nico?
いえ、本当に何でもないのです。
No, it really is nothing. Nico shows me a smile, then turns her back on me, sliding the door open and steps out. But as she goes, I see something dark reflected in her eyes.
不安。
Worrying?
まだ引き
She is still bound. She is starting to now not like it that he's Oster. And because of that mask that was on Oster all the time, he has all his memory, or not all his memories, but a lot of his. Yep, it's gonna be a bit. Well, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break, so I will be right back in a few minutes. Okay, we're back. On to the next part of the story.
この防壁に脆くなっている箇所が見つかりました。門も随分傷んでいるようです。
We found some places on the bulwark where the structure was weaker. The gate's also starting to show signs of wear. I suppose I should have expected that. Until now, Iniakamu has never had to defend itself against foreign assaults. Whenever we had the funds to reinforce the ramparts, we increased the size of the field instead. All they needed was to turn away the Roman beasts that came to raid the settlements. But the situation has already changed. I peer down from the watchtower. It's easy to miss what's right under your nose. One or two enemy agents could probably sneak in unnoticed as we are now.
はい。こちらが先に見つけてよかったです。
Yes, it's a good thing we found it before we were compromised somehow.
早急に修繕の手配をいたします。
I'll arrange for repairs quickly. Good idea. And Nico? Now that Kiro's rude words, I look at Nico. But Nico's only gazes blankly, staring off in some other direction.
猫ねさん
Nico? Even Kiro looks at Nico, his serious expression giving way to uncertainty. Nico? When I hesitantly touch Nico's shoulder, her entire body jerks back in shock, and she finally meets my eyes.
はいなのです。
Yes? Kiro will have to let just details on the repairs for you later.
わかったのです。
I understand. Are you tired?
そんなこと。
No, not at all. Nico offers an indifferent reply, but I can't feel any energy from her. It's obvious at this point. This war feels like it's been going on forever, and everyone's tired. I can't afford to have Nico overworked. Kiro, are there any other areas we should keep an eye on?
数え上げればキリがありません。
If we tried to cover all of them, we'd never be finished. Too much for us to solve, then. I understand. We must decide our priorities. Any gaps we cannot fix, we'll have to solve through a different method.
わかりました。
I understand. Despite his stern reply, I can hear Kiru's voice quivering slightly.
厳しい戦いになりますね。
It is going to be a hard battle. Such is war. People will struggle and die, enemies and allies alike. We get used to seeing people on the battlefield as mere statics and statises and numbers, but each has their own unique life, loves, and dreams. We cannot forget the weight of the life we defend, nor the ones we take.
はい、兄上。私もいつか兄上と同じものが見られるようになりたいと思います。
Yes, brother. One day, I hope to see things with the same perceptive you do. Nico seems to be staring intently throughout our conversation.
では、兄上。
I will see you later, brother. With a parting bow, Kiro climbs down the watchtower. Watching him leave, I speak to Nico. Let us go as well. What is wrong, Nico? Nico shakes slightly as if regaining her senses.
あの、
You seem tired. Let me lend you my shoulder for a bit.
いえ、大丈夫なのです。問題ないのです。
No, I am fine. You need not worry. That is good, then, but please do not overdo it. Saying so, I gently pat Nico's head. Hmm?
兄さん。
Dear brother? Nico's arms raised seemingly of its own violation. She reaches toward me suddenly as if possessed. But before she can touch me, she pulls back, apparently realizing something. What is the matter?
私はもう子供じゃないです。
I am not a child anymore. Nico averts her eyes as he speaks. I see. Please forgive me. At Nico's prompting, I let my hand fall. Like I suspect, something's wrong. She's trying to put on a brave face, but I have a feeling she might be overworking herself. Nico peers over the schematics of the fortress, spread out on the table before her.
やはり設計が古いのです。これを機にできるだけ最新の様式に改めないと。
As I thought, it relies on outdated architecture. This could be a good excuse to upgrade it to modern structural standards.
確かこの辺りに。
As I recall, around here, Nico stretches up, trying to reach a book on the high shelf. Uh, ah! She finally grabs the book she was looking for, but as she tries to pull it out, other heavy volumes rain down on her after. Ow. Ow. When the dust settles after the avalanche, Nico climbs out of the book slide, rubbing her head ruefully. At the moment, the scene from earlier that day flashes across her mind. Uh. Nico? Her eyes widen with shock, and she sinks down to the floor in anguish. Dear brother. Everything she has repressed, all tears she had held back, it's all comes out now.
今日頭をそっと撫でてくれたのは一体誰なのです。
Who?
まるで昔の兄様みたいに。
Who was it that patted my head? It felt like my dear brother from before.
兄様は。
But my dear brother.
いいえ、違うのです。あれは兄様じゃないのです。
No, this is wrong. He is not my dear brother.
でも、だけど、本当の兄様じゃないはずなのに。
But even though he is not my true brother.
あの時、目の前にいたのは誰なのです。
Who stood with me back then?
わからない。
I do not know.
もうわからないのです。
I do not.
私はどうして。
I do not know anymore. Why?
どうしてこんな気持ちに。
Why do I feel this way? Nico, what's wrong? I heard a crash.
兄様。
Dear brother? Hurriedly, Nico wipes her tears on her sleeve.
なんでもないのです。ちょっと手が滑って本の下敷きになっただけなのです。
It's nothing. I slipped and brought all this upon myself. I see. Are you unhurt?
大丈夫なのです。何節か頭に当たったですが。
I am fine. Some of the books fell on my head. That is all. Were you crying? Does it hurt?
いえ、今はもう。
No, not anymore. Nico keeps her distance as if in fear of his touch. It's all well and good to work hard, but perhaps you might be overdoing it.
ごめんなさいなのです。でも、
I am sorry, but I understand. I'll go prepare some tea to help revive you. I can help reorganize these books once I'm back. She stares blankly even after he leaves the room, in a daze.
兄様、違うのです。
Dear brother,
本当の兄様は。
This is wrong. My true brother is... you gonna acknowledge?
兄様が兄様になってしまったら、兄様はどこへ行ってしまうですか？
If dear brother becomes my dear brother, then where will my dear brother go?
私が認めてしまったら、兄様が消えてしまうのです。
If I admit it, my dear brother will disappear.
兄様のことを覚えてる人がいなくなってしまうです。
My dear brother will have no one left to remember him.
兄様、どうしてそんなにも。
Dear brother, why are you so...
どうしてそんなにも兄様と同じ目をして笑うですか？
How can you smile with the same eyes as my own dear brother?
どうしてそんなにも兄様と同じように撫でてくれるですか？
Why do you pat my head just like my dear brother?
どうしてそんなにも。
Why are you...
どうして。
Why? Why? After a moment, Nico weakly rises, taking unsteady steps out of the room.
兄様の言う通り、きっと疲れているです。
Perhaps I am tired, just as he said.
だからせめて落ち着くまで兄様と距離を置いた方がいいのです。
So, until I can calm down, I will simply keep my distance from dear brother. Nico walks around outside the estate. Even in the cool evening breeze, her heart will not settle. A shadow falls over her.
兄様。
Dear brother. Nico reflectively turns.
猫ねさん、
Nico? The woman kneels respectfully in the dark. She seems familiar somehow.
あなたは確か。
You are?
エントゥアでございます。ヤマトではアンジュ様お付きの女官をしておりました。
I am Intua. In Yamato, I was lady of the court that served as Lady Aju's side. Oh, that's what the whole thing, this whole segment's coming about. It's gonna do another kind of scene between dear brother against Furai. I forgot about. I am Intuit. In Yamato, I was a lady of the court that served as Lady Aju's side. Ah. Nika recalls, after risking everything to help Aju and Aster, she was the one who remained in the Imperial Court to search for Hanukkah.
無事だったですか？
You are unharmed then?
おしとり様や皆様もあの後無事に国境を脱され、今はこのエンナカムイに身を寄せているとお聞きしました。
I heard that Lord Aster and his allies had escaped the country and found refuge here in Iniakamu.
今日は猫ねさんにお願いしたいことがあり、無礼を承知で伺いました。
My apologies, Nico, but I have come today with a request.
何なのです？
What is it?
おしとり様の秘密についてです。
It concerns Lord Aster's secret.
兄様の。
Dear brothers?
こちらではお話しできない要件ですので、猫ねさんにご足労いただきたいのです。
We cannot discuss it here. Nico, would you come with me?
兄様の。
Dear brother's secret?
どうぞこちらへ。
Please, this way. As if delirious, she walks unquestioningly forward into one's arms. And in that moment, the woman presses a damp cloth against Nico's mouth. A sweet scent fills her nose, and Nico feels her consciousness waver in a sudden lurch. This is a sleeping drug. Nico goes limp in her arms, and Toei gently readjusts her weight, supporting her.
申し訳ありません。でも
I am sorry, but if there was any other way... She pulls a folded letter from within her robes and mounts it onto a nearby tree, stabbing a small blade through it into the bark. Without a doubt, the only person who could read it would be the intended receptant. Night wind blows over the sound of Whopper's heavy footsteps fading into the darkness. Nico, let us have that drink. Nico? I glance around the room, but she is nowhere to be found. The books and ledgers are still on the floor where she left them. Nico, where did you go? Nico's too methodical to leave things scattered like this. And then I hear the distant sounds of running Whopper in the night. Something cold settles in my stomach. Nico, you didn't. I burst out of the room, looking wildly around for Nico. And then I see it, a short sword, jammed into a nearby tree. This is... I pull out the blade and grab the letter before it falls. It's addressed to Lord Oster. Trying to control my pounding heart, I open the letter. I have her. If you wish her unharmed, then tell no one of this. And meet me in the wilds. Come alone. Below the note, a crude map is drawn. With the X mark at a specific point in the wilderness. It can only mean one thing. Nico! Nico! Where am I? At last, Nico's eyes fluttered open. She looks around. It's dark. She can't make out any details of their surroundings. Except that they're in a forest. You're awake? She can make out an indistant shadow in front of her, with its head bowed. Where are we? What do you intend with me? The figure before her supports her weakened body. The drug hasn't worn off yet. It would be better if you kept still for now. Drug. She finally remembers. Where is this place? And you? Nico, you will stay here with me. Her response is polite but leaves no room for argument. You said you were going to talk about my dear brother's secret. Her captor remains silent. Nico realized the truth. So, just a lie then. I am sorry. However, I swear that I will do nothing to harm you. All I want is for you to stay here for a while with me. Why? Why are you doing this? So, that Lord Oster will fight a certain man. Dear brother, does not have the time to fight whoever wishes it. That man, or that person, does not wish for a simple match of combat, but a duel to the death.
命の
To the death?
一人。そんなバカなこと、どうして兄様がしなければならないのです。
That is idiotic. Why should my dear brother have to do such a thing?
はい、その通りだと思います。
Yes. I have to say I agree.
オシュトル様に直談判することも考えました。ですが、戦いなど無益と利をもって諭されれば一言も返せません。
I had considered negotiations with Lord Oster myself, but if he told me that such a fight would be futile, I would have no answer for his logic.
考えあぐねた末、
And after thinking,
オシュトル様に近しい方をかどわかし、是が非でも戦っていただく。
ultimately,
そのために猫根さんがお一人になる機会を伺っておりました。
ultimately, I decided to kidnap someone close to Lord Oster and force him to fight. Which is why I waited until you were alone, Nico.
卑怯な振る舞いなのは重々承知しております。ですが、どうかお聞きください。
I know that this is a cowardly thing to do, but please hear me out.
そのものの命はもう長くありません。死の淵からようやく回復したものの、ひどく衰え、本来なら戦などできぬからだ。
This warrior's life will not last much longer. He was recently on the verge of death. He is weakened, and his body is not fit for battle.
ですがそれでも、オシュトル様との戦いを望んでいるのです。
Even so, he wishes to fight Lord Oster.
そんなことのために私をさらったのですか。
You kidnapped me just for this?
猫根さん、どうかお聞き入れください。
Nico, please listen to me.
そのものの望みはただ、オシュトル様と戦い、果てることのみなのです。
That warrior's only wish is to fight Lord Oster and die by his hand.
ですから、
So please,
それは誰なのです。
who is this warrior? After a long silence, and Tui speaks.
発注将が一人、ブライ将軍。
One of the 8 pillar generals, General Burai. Huh? Nico's eyes widen in shock. She can barely believe her ears.
そんなはず、
That is not possible.
そんなはずないのです。ブライは死んだのです。あの時、確かに。
That is not possible. Burai died back then. Surely.
いいえ、死んではいません。
No, he lived.
倒れていたところを見つけ、介抱してしまいましたから。
I found him unconscious in the wilds, and I took care of him.
この手で、私が。
With these hands, I...
今頃オシュトル様は猫根さんをお助けするためにこちらに向かっているはずです。
At this moment, Lord Oster should be riding out to save you, Nico.
そしてブライ将軍は
And
その
General
待ち構えて、
and General Varai will be waiting.
私は
I...
私は間違っていることは分かっています。ですが、こうするしか。
If I knew it was wrong, I knew it was wrong, but I had no choice. Intuit voice is heavy with anguish, but her words fall on deaf ears.
ブライが生きている。
Vurai is alive?
兄様がフライと
Dear brother, with Vurai? In the fog of repressed memories, something stirs.
でも兄様は
But my dear brother is... My dear brother is...
来るはずなんかないのです。
You will never come.
猫姉さん。
Nico?
兄様が来るはずなんかないのです。
Dear brother will not come.
猫姉さん。
Nico?
私を助けにそんなことあってはいけないのです。
He will not help me. That should not happen.
兄様のことを知っているのは私だけ。
I am the only one left who knows about my dear brother.
私は兄様にとってもう
To dear brother, I am merely...
兄様は来ないのです。
No, my dear brother will not come. What?
兄様は来たりしないのです。もう来るはずがないのです。
My dear brother will not rescue me. There's no way he will.
何を言っているのですか。オーシュトル様が猫姉さんを見捨てるはずが。
What are you saying? Lord Oster would never abandon you.
全てを知ってる私は兄様の変なカムイの火種。
I am the one who knows. I am the only reason that Iniakamu...
私がいない方が兄様にとって
It would be better for my dear brother if I were gone.
私はもう邪魔なのです。私なんかいなくなった方が。それなのに私を助けに来るなんて。
All I do is hurt him. I should just disappear. To rescue me? Even though through that?
そんなはず。オーシュトル様が猫姉さんを助けに来ないはずがありません。
No, he wouldn't. I know Lord Oster will come for you, Nico.
オーシュトル様をかばっているのですね。
You are just trying to protect Lord Oster.
違うのです。
No,
私は
I am...
いいえ、あなたも分かっているはずです。
No, you must know.
オーシュトル様は必ず来ます。
Lord Oster will come.
必ず。
I know he will. A faint voice can be heard in darkness. It rings throughout the forest, distant but clear. Nico, where are you?
兄様。
Dear brother? Are you here? Nico! In an instant, Nico shoots to her feet.
いけません。どうか。
No, you mustn't. Please. Is it going to be almost something like similar to what happened? She's going to run. And when she gets there, they're fighting. Alright, and him fighting. The sudden push startles Entua, and she falls back. Nico bolts. Stumbling and tripping over herself, she runs forward without stopping, as if exuberantly drawn into the dark. She finds a white whopper tied to a tree nearby, likely Entua's mount. Fumbling with the rope around the tree, Nico looses his leash and climbs on the steed's back.
動いて進んで早く。
Move! Go! Hurry! Feeling the kicks at its side, the whopper jolts away in a swift dash. Trees surround them on all sides, appearing and vanishing into the night, with massive spindling branches spread like fiends with arms outstretched. Nico desperately clutches onto the whopper.
兄様じゃない。兄様ではないのに。
You are not my dear brother. Not my dear brother.
来てはいけないのです。どうか来ないでください。兄様、兄様。
Please stay away. Stay away. Dear brother. Dear brother.
猫姉さん。
Nico! Entui desperately chases after Nico, losing sight of her in the dark woods.
猫姉さん、危険です。どう
Ni-
か戻ってください。
Nico, it's dangerous out there. Please come back. As she struggles to keep track of the faint figure between the trees, she realizes another presence is very close by. An overpowering presence, choking and oppressing even in the dark of wild. Entway recognizes it immediately, the fighting spirit of a Manfu.
貴様か
You. He spares into us a brief glance, but immediately gazes ahead in the depths of the forest.
あやつが
He
来る
comes.
感じるぞアクルカの息吹を来
Ah,
るあやつが
ha ha ha. I can feel the breath of his Akaruruka upon mine. He comes. Rory laughs, almost in delirium, as if his appetite for battle has driven him to madness. But Entwin has regained her composure.
私は猫根さんを追います。
I will go after Nico.
捨ておけ
Leave her.
ですが、
But
押しとる
lost her. Rory strides away from Entwin, his steps confident and purposeful. Entwin knows that this man now faces his death in battle. Entway knows that this man now faces his death in battle with as much certainty as he faces life. It is his natural course.
最後に聞かせてください。
Please, I just want to ask you one thing. At that last desperate outburst, Burai halts.
もしもあなたが娘を残して七に赴くなら、
If you were going to your death and leaving a daughter behind,
最後に何を伝えますか？
what would your final words be to her? Words to her be,
我に娘などない
I have no daughter.
我一人生き我一人戦い
I live alone.
我一人死す
I fight alone. And I die alone.
他の生き様など考えたこともないわ
Such is my path, and I have never considered another. A faint smile crosses his face, as if for himself alone.
エントは
Into a
好きに生きよ
live your own life. With that, Burai leaves Entua behind. Now the same thing as her father said. Entua stands frozen there, as if there was one more thing she did not get to say, her eyes shining with tears. Pant, pant. I slow down, struggling to catch my breath. I run down the entire mountain path, shouting Nico's name for as long as I can. I can see it close to dawn already. The place they marked should be somewhere around here. Straining my eyes, I carefully make my way between the rocks. Uh-oh, they're back straight at the plot where the fight was last time. Wait, I know this place. Eventually, I reach a clearing. In the center of what seems to be a vast cliff plateau, I can see two massive craters. This is where Oster and Vurai fought and perished in battle. But across the plateau, I can feel something, an unmistakable aura of power.
待ちかねたぞ押しとる
I have been waiting for you, Oster. I know that voice. No, but that's impossible. As the figure speaks, the morning sun creeps over the horizon. The first ray of sunlight illuminates the man before me. Vurai. Vurai. But you died. I saw you fall.
我は死なぬたとえ屍を食らい泥水をすすり生き恥をさらそうともウヌとの決着をつけるまでは死なぬ
Haha, I cannot die. Even I must feast upon corpse and drink foul water. Live in disgrace. I cannot die until we have settled our score. That is why you took Nico. Where have you hidden her?
知らぬ。
I do not know. What?
我はただ、ウヌと雌雄を決するためにのみ存在する。
My sole purpose is to finish our battle.
もはや無に等しい。
I care for nothing else. With each thundering step, Varai moves closer to his archenemy. If you do not know, then get out of my way. I have no time to waste on you.
どけぬな。
I will not yield. Ugh.
小虫の命など我は知らぬ。戦場で散る命に損否もないわ。あるのは、ただ敵を滅するという絶対の意志のみよ。
I care nothing for the life of an insect. The battlefield knows neither lord nor peasant. All that matters is the will to crush your enemy.
先を生きたければ、我の命を食らってからにしろ。
If you would walk forward, you must do so over my broken body. Varai. Varai unleashes the power of his Akaruka. I can feel the raw power of his fury presses my skin like tiny shocks. Then I have no choice. I will break through you and move on. I will see you return to dust, Varai. Varai! Let's go. We grip each other in furious deadlock, monstrous feet planted upon the dry ground, cracks spreading outward in the rock as we struggle.
さすがだな。落ちとる。
Ha! As expected, Oster. I'm gonna be in trouble if I just keep grappling him on head on. Ah! I managed to land a headbutt on Varai, putting some distance between us. Then, without missing a beat, I slam my fist into his stomach. Varai staggers back with a couple of thundering steps.
なるほど、そう来るか。良いぞ。良いぞ。だから戦はやめられぬ。
Ha ha ha! A fine blow. Good. Good! This is why I can't stop fighting! An eerie smile pressed across Varai's face, as if he felt no pain from my last hit. This is Varai I'm fighting. If I stay too far away, my attacks won't get through his armor. I'll have to rely on close combat. That puts me within Varai's reach.
どうした？来ぬのか。ならばこちらから行くぞ。
What is the matter? You hesitate, even now. Then I will strike instead. He's coming. He charges me. With speed that doesn't seem possible with his massive body, I narrowly managed to dodge at the last second.
甘いな。
Not good enough. Ah! Ooh. Take this.
まだまだ。
Is that all? The struggle continues, like two Goliaths dancing across thin ice.
楽しませてくれるわ。
Kahaha, this is true joy. Fighting Varai head on, everything tells me I should be helpless against all this. I'm lucky I can even withstand him. Facing the Colossal head on, I keep looking for opportunities to strike, but they never come. He's definitely strong, but something about his movements doesn't feel right. He's too reckless. In a way, I can see a warrior seek an honorable death, but that doesn't mean they have to. That doesn't mean they have a death wish. But here, Burai feels like he doesn't care if he lives or dies, as long as he takes me down. You would sacrifice your own life to kill me. If my battles must end one day, then it is not so bad for my life to end with them. His fighting spirit shakes the very land beneath us. I feel you. I know you feel the same way, Oster. Not good. If this goes on, I think he knows you're wrong. A sharp voice rings out, and the battlefield falls still for a moment. What are you doing here? Everyone. Gon and others stand at the ready. They gather around me protectively. How did you... Why are you here? The twins let us know all about how you were looking distressed and ran off somewhere. And they woke us all up to chase after you. You thought you could run off and have some fun all by yourself? Anywhere my brother goes, I must follow. You shouldn't make Ku worry so much. We have formed. We thought it was our duty to keep your affairs secret, but you did not tell us to keep quiet. They're not wrong, but that's only because I didn't have the time to tell them. But why? He doesn't have an answer. He's got a good reason. Aw, who cares about reasons? Can we get to the fighting now? Can we? A discussion best saved for afterwards, I'd say. Let us resolve this quickly. He will regret causing me to lose sleep. We shall end him here, and he will disturb my liege's rest no longer. I am glad to have your support, but this fight is beyond your power. I see you have not changed, Oster. Whenever you fight, your allies rush to your side, without care or fear for their own lives. Amusing pattern, indeed. But on the battlefield, you can trust only your own power. Well, this was our plan from the start, yeah? That's how it goes. Everyone readies their weapons. Very well. Soon enough, you will understand that you are merely dead weight in this battle. You will all die with him. So we're going to be in our big form while everyone else is around. The bond. Waste near Iniakamu. Defeat Burai. Oster is defeated. Okay, so it's fire and water elements. We got fog. life in this form. I just want to see if I get a close-up of his portrait. How much life does it add if I do this? No, that's not. Only 10. Defense is a little on the low side, but let's just add 1 defense. Nico isn't even there and she can get... I wonder if she's not really here. Ooh, you get a lot more life. You don't have no points. Okay. Equipment. Does everyone have equipment? Gosh, you don't have any equipment, huh? Don't care about those. Norse Zone of Control might not be a bad one to have on her. That wouldn't be bad. Ooh, let's do this one. Nature's Harmony. Okay, let's do it. So we get 7 other people that can join. Nico can't join. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Aju, Norsi, Lunachika, Audi, Berberil, Ogi. I need a healer. I wonder if Nico will join us in a little bit later. If there's a slot open, I have a feeling she might. Okay, let's fight. Okay, combat tutorial added to the glossary. You should be dust, but I will raise. We finish this now, Varai. Okay, let's see. What's your range? Looks like you can attack from that distance. Okay. Let's just pull it over here. Counter. Quick rebound. Harder revenge. Ooh, that's a big powerful counter. Let's go here.
我が熱き思いしかと見よ。体がほぐれてきたな。
皆の者、世と共に戦ってくれい。
勝利のためにまずは目の前の敵ね。待ちくたびれた
発注将が一人、真珠の胸地下マイル。
お板をする人は目です。
Nice, nice, nice. Bird Cage, you bring me such joy. No counter. Quick rebound.
退路はないようですね。
Let's go here.
死にたいやつから前へ。
If we relax now, it could mean our lives. So let's all go in right from the start. I'm well aware, sister. Where I? For all your transgressions, I will punish you. Prepare yourself. You are powerless to stop me, little girl. Don't get in my way. I think you're the one in the way. Defense down. Elemental shift. Insects have no place here. Want to see how hard this bug can bite? I screwed that up. I messed that one up. Everyone, just tell me if you need healing. That automatic attack of his does massive damage. Quick rebound. By your favor, I'll clean things up here. And her final. Begone, evildoers and scoundrels. Keep those eyes wide open, behold. For this is the strike of justice. Take this. And that is how you finish it. You're next to useless young lady. Let's just heal you up. Elemental shift. Oh, I'm getting all tingly. I did it too early again. Healing current 1. If our battle must end today, then I accept my life ending with them. I know you feel the same way, Aster. You have no time to think. Divine will. Oh, so being around him can heal all allies. Oh, that's nice to know. So if I had been... I wonder if there's a final strike with Utawarerumono built in this form. I think it's the 5th one, but by your favor, and Aster dies. Though he does have the reversal of fate. I will obliterate you. Audi got knocked out. And I think Ogi too. Damn. Oh, I can attack from way out here, huh? But yeah, I could have done a lot better at this. Unleash beat up Varai for me. Song of Fury. Aji, yeah, didn't get as much experience as she should have. But they still leveled up. North Sea Extra Chain. Shuma Dosa has been strengthened. A shot as I make my tactical gateway. If the enemy is unlucky enough, it may confuse them. Aji's Extra Chain. Sitan Kuriki has been strengthened. Mine is the might of the heavens. You will fall. I'll absorb their health and do this. Oh, that's our final strike. Mudachika has gained the ability Ground Wall Barrier 1. Allies that take damage within range will receive 10% less damage, so she's a good one to have. Rumor has learned the ability Defensive Healing. Reduce damage from self and allies within range and recover health. Ruthie, Extra Change. Uri Knee has been strengthened. Eep! The enemy just flew away! Nico has learned the ability Shikigami Artifice. Greatly reduces damage and summons a Hiropon Type 2. And then we got Resistant Chance, Stupefied by 75%. Scroll of Guarding +1. Okay, I didn't do the best, I bet, on that one, so... before we go on, I'm going to take a little bit of a bathroom break, so I'll be right back. Okay, let's get back into this. He's up on the cliff. As expected, Astor's troops are not so easily dealt with. Even Burai seems to be tiring out. We're all battered and wounded, but victory seems like it's finally within our grasp. Summon the last reserve of our strength, we launch one final strike from all sides. You dare? He struggles for a brief moment, trying to deal with all of us at once, and I see my chance. Now! I'm there in seconds, ready to strike at his front. Take this. Now within range, I bring a fierce right hook into the defenseless Burai face, but he dodges. Ah! Gah! Somehow, Burai manages a perfect wind-up. His fist slams into me, and I'm sent crashing back to the ground. He's strong. Too strong. What is this, Oster? The man I know would not fall prey to such petty tricks. I have no time to react. His fist slams into me again. Gah!
こう焦ったか。勝利を過信して油断したか。
Too eager, perhaps? Did you think you had already won? I tried to defend myself somehow, but there's enough power in every strike to break through to my very core.
どうした。もう動けるのか。
What's wrong? Are you finished already? Urai's assault is merciless. His fists rain down, one brutal punch after another. This is no longer a battle, but a one-sided beatdown. Lady Audi, careful! Do not move so close! Others try to help, but Urai's assault has turned the air turbulent and wild. They can hardly keep hold of their weapons, let alone hit him. I take each of his painful strikes, an unrelenting hail of punches, refusing to give in. This isn't just his own reckless power anymore. The Akakura must be responding to Urai's will and bloodlust.
この程度では我が敵とは呼べぬ。
I cannot call you my nemesis like this. Grrrah. He lifts me boldly by the neck. I can feel his fingers choking me. Even if, as I try to resist, I cannot summon up any more strength in my body. With all his pride as a Manafu, Urai is sacrificing whatever life he has left to kill me. At this rate,
くだらぬ祭りごとに牙を鈍らせたか。おっしゃる。
did life in the courts tame you, Oster? Has all your political scheming blunted your fangs? As Urai roars in fury, I feel his grip tighten on my throat. Grah!
犬の力はこの程度か。
For all your power, this is all you could do then. Grah! His fingers close fully around my throat. Our monstrous body creak with the strain.
弱き者よ。ここで散れ。
You are weak, and you will perish here. At that moment, stop! A cry pierces the air. For a moment, nothing else that here matters. Please stop! Stop it! Nico.
違うのです。兄様は私の兄様は
No. Dear brother. My dear brother is...
でも私の大切な兄様なのです。
But...
だからもう
But... You're still my precious... Dear brother, so please...
兄様
Dear brother! Through the haze, I see tears spilling from Nico's eyes, and that changes everything. Ha! A chuckle escapes me, soft and gentle, entirely unfit for a bloody battlefield like this. I have finally remembered who I am. Hmm? Something passes through everyone watching the fight, even though Urai himself. They can tell something in the air has changed. Urai tries to tighten his fingers to finish his opponent off, but they will not move. His fingers, determined to choke the life out of me, cannot resist against my own hard hand. Moments go, lifeless and numb. Nico is here with me. Just that fact alone floods with me power. Even through the pain, my twisted, bloody face creases into a monstrous smile. And now, finally, I understand. I stand as Urai's eternal nemesis. For as long as he lives, he will fight me, even if it destroys him to do so. Then what I must do is... You challenged me, and I have my reply. What? You told me, if your battling must come to an end, you must contend yourself with death through it. Then I accept it as my duty to fight you here. As the Utawarerumono, I have no objections.
ようやく覚悟を決めたか。
At long last, you show me the strength of your will. But I will not be dragged down with you, for I have others I must protect. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Enough of your audacity. Oster! Ah! Oster!
我が望むしあくるてるかの戦、今ここに果たさん。
This battle of Utawarerumono, this battle that I have lodged for, we decide it here and now. I accept. The fight is already beyond any mortal power. Mask against mask, raw unearthed might clashing against its equal force. The very land shakes. It is like watching two grand statues, abstract icons, in infinite opposition, locked in an endless battle for the amusement of the gods. However, with each colossal fist swung, something begins to change. Burai trails a strange glittering light with each movement, as if he's shedding tiny, brilliant scales. His massive body is slowly deteriorating and dissolving into salt. This is all I have ever wanted. This is the true meaning of my life. Burai, you have been... No more words. With the expression of rapturous joy, Burai fights. With all his power, Burai fights. And then finally... Ha 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 ha.
愉快愉快だったぞ。これぞ戦、これぞ試合よ。
Such joy. Ah, I have never known such happiness. This is what it is to fight. This is a fight to the death. Burai,
命ながら這いつくばる生き様に何の価値がある。命を食いつぶしてこその人生よ。
what meaning is there in a long life ended in bed? This is what it means to live. To battle, to struggle, to devour.
稲牧師でまた戦おうぞ。おっしゃる。
Let us duel again in Dini Bakushura, Oster.
我はブライ、発注者、剛腕のブライである。
I am Burai, of the 8 Pillar Generals. I am Burai, the Vanguard. And he's completely turned into salt. Nico, I take a step toward her, dragging my massive body forward. Though still shaken with fear, Nico wipes her tears away, looking up into the monstrous face of her towering brother. Are you unharmed? Just hungry, perhaps? Or, after keeping her silence for so long, Nico finally speaks. Why? What is wrong?
どうして助けに来たのです。
Why did you come to save me?
私はこんなに何もできない。心配かけてばかり。なのに
I am useless, and all I do is worry you. But you still...
どうして兄様はいつもそんなに
Why?
どうして
My dear brother, why do you always do this? Why? Nico's quivering voice fails her, and she falls silent, shaken with motion. A colossal finger gently wipes away the flow of tears on her cheek. There is no brother that does not worry for his sister. Dear brother?
兄様
Dear brother. Sobs.
兄様
Dear brother. Dear brother. Nico throws her arms around the massive finger, rubbing her tearful face against the metal-like surface. Now, let us go home. Everyone is. Mother is waiting. Yes. Nico nods gently.
兄様一緒に
Dear brother, let's go together. Indeed, together.
兄様
Dear brother? Color drains from the Akamura eyes and he slowly tilts backward.
兄様
Dear brother? With one last broken roar, his giant body crumbles to the ground and soon shifts back to the familiar form of Oster.
オーストル様
Sir Oster? Everyone rushes to his side.
傷が深いですね。
These wounds are deep.
早く手当てをしないと。
We have to get him help.
今止血します。
I can stop his bleeding, at least.
しっかりするのじゃオーストル
Pull yourself together, Oster.
傷に触ります。どうか揺らさぬよう。
That will aggravate his wounds. Please do not shake him.
このままじゃ
オーストル
If this keeps up, Oster,
俺のせい
get him on my back.
急いで何か祝いつけるものを
Hurry, do we have something to keep him still?
この帯を使うといい。
Use this sash.
兄様
Dear brother? Hoisted on Jacobot's back, they manage to keep him as stable as they can, bound in sashes and straps. The group quickly descends down the mountain path. And so the battlefield is empty once more. Powdery salt dances upon the wind, the remains of the warrior called Varai. Here comes Entui, but as if to break the silence, the nearby bushes shake. Someone limps out of the brush, holding their shoulder. Entui staggers toward the pile of salt that was once Varai. Steps away, she falls to her knees, as if she's on the verge of collapse. She reaches into the pile of salt and pulls something out.
ごめん。
All that remains is the mask.
満足しましたか？思う存分。
Are you happy? Is this what you wanted? And then, though they have been dry for some time, her ears sting with tears once more. Finally, she realizes,
お父様。
Father. That was all she had wanted, to call someone that one last time. so I did get it. Okay. I didn't know if there was anything extra, but not much really changes between hard. Okay. Let's go on with the vent. Office. Half a month after my duel to the death with Virai. For a while, all Iniakamu was in uproar after hearing that Aster had been gravely wounded. However, things are finally calming down. Hmm. Hmm. I suppose I dozed off. It's a quiet afternoon in the office. That's no good. I still have work to do. Ow! I try to raise from my seat, while a dull pain shoots through my spine. Unable to bear it, I sink back down into the chair. Still, when I think about it now, it all seems so distant and unreal, like a dream. It's been some time since my showdown with Burai. I guess I need a little more time before I'm back to normal. But I'm well aware that I'm not recovering at the same pace as a normal person would. Power of the Akaruruka. As I straighten to face the desk again, the blanket resting around my shoulders slips off. Flop. I guess someone put that on me. Grateful for the thoughtfulness, I fold up the fallen blanket and take a look around the room. Nobody here. That reminds me. I vaguely recall Ogi saying something about taking stock of some things in the hall today. New offerings from Gujuru or something. Send in even more supplies though. I know Ruthie's here, but this is unexpected generosity. I guess I should go show my face. Master? It's you. What is the matter? We've been watching. We have been ever by your side, waiting for you to waken. Waiting? Why? Did something happen? A summons. Ogi has called for you. They have finished taking inventory of Jiraiya's gifts. He told us that when Master wakes up, we were to tell you to come to the Grand Hall. The Grand Hall. Not one of the staterooms? Wouldn't fit. There was too much. The stateroom would have been filled to bursting. Completely filled. How much did they actually send? If you said to do it when I woke up, does that mean Augie visited while I was asleep? Nod. You could have woke me up, you know. That would have saved the trouble of taking a message. You're tired. Master has built up fatigue. I see. Everyone's still trying to take care of me while I'm still recovering from my fight with Virai. I have to thank you for my restful sleep then. Thank you. Both of you. I should remember to thank everyone else later too. I feel much better. Likewise. We should be the ones thanking you. Sight for sore eyes. Master's sleeping face was quite a different charm when not viewed from the dark beneath the covers. Wanted to keep watching. You woke up a bit earlier than expected, so that was disappointing. You too. My shoulders slump a bit. All of a sudden, my energy seems to have faded. These two, good grief. They can't ever just let me have a nice moment. Ah, well. In any case, I may be late. I should go see what Ogi's up to. As I get ready to stand, I feel someone's presence outside my door. Dear brother, may I come in? Nico sounds more anxious than usual. Yes,
失礼するです。
pardon me. Seeing the twins by my side, Nico hesitates for a moment. Would you two mind going on ahead? Let Ogie know that I just need a little longer. The twins up at my order. Without a word, they raise and make their way outside, apparently realizing my intent. What is the matter? Is it an emergency? Nico seems like she wants to say something.
兄様、
Dear brother?
その、お体の具合は。
How are you feeling? I still have a ways to go before I'm back to normal, but I can work well enough. I apologize if I had worried you, Nico.
兄様なのに他人行儀なのです。
Even though you are my dear brother, you still stand on for mortality. They say it's only right to show good manners to those you are close to. I gave her a smile, but she only ventures quietly closer. And then she climbs up to sit on my lap. Well, this is rare. Looking for affection?
違うです。
Absolutely not. Despite her words, she shuffles in closer and doesn't seem to want to leave.
この頃、兄様の感じが変わってきた気がするです。
Recently, dear brother, I believe you have changed. You too, Nico. You feel a lot closer. Your true feelings can't be changed at will. It's a gradual process, and it spreads through you without your choosing it. Maybe I was trying too hard to act like Nico's true brother. If that's been weighing her down. Without realizing it, I find myself gently stroking Nico's hair.
兄様。
Dear brother. Nico doesn't seem to eject. She sits there, eyes barely open. I just remember, Ogie is waiting.
私も行っていいですか？
May I come with you? Yes, let us go. Standing up, I take a moment to straighten my robes and then open the door. Why are you still here?
生ぬるい。
Tame.
求められるより多くを施すのが主たる者の務めではないかと。
We believe your duty as master is to give as much of yourself as possible instead of being wanted. What are you two saying? She's... At my side, Nico blushes profusely. Led by the twins, we arrive in front of the grand hall mentioned in Augie's message. But to have too many supplies to fit into one of the normal staterooms? Did they really send us that much?
知らない。
We cannot say.
私たちも運び込んでいるところを見てはいないので、よくわかりません。
We did not see when they were carrying it in, so we do not know. Have you heard anything, Nico?
いえ、九十里から親愛と友情の証という以外、特には。
Nothing specific, though I know it was intended as a token of deep friendship and affection from Utawarerumono. In any case, we will find out once we open it. Now then, open the doors to the grand hall. I take a look around to find Augie. Augie, I apologize for the wait. So where are these supplies? I trail off, seeing the absolute mountain before me. Weapons, armor, food, and all sorts of other commodities piled high.
オシトルさん、お目覚めになられましたか？お疲れのご様子でしたから、もう少しお休みになられていてもよかったのですが。
Ah, Oster, I see you're awake. You seem exhausted, so I thought it would be a shame to disturb you unnecessarily. Yes, well, thank you. Your thoughtfulness ensured I got some actual rest.
礼など、あなたに倒れられる方がことですから、お気をつけください。
That is thanks enough, perhaps. Can't have you collapsing on us, after all. Do be careful. Point taken. I'll be sure to remember it. Now, this is what you were talking about?
九十里から送られてきた物資です。ご確認いただこうと思いまして。
These are the supplies sent by Krudru. I thought you might like to do a personal inspection. This is everything, then. Well, this is an extraordinary amount.
王子様、これで全部だそうです。あ、おしとる様。
Sir Augie,
もうお体はいいの
Dorogi, they say this is the last of it. Ah, Sir Oster, are you feeling any better? Thanks to you, I had forgotten you were helping out as well, Ruthie.
はい。この荷物には私宛てのものも多くありまして、
Yes.
確認のついでに。
Yes, lots of goods were addressed to me specifically, so I thought I should check. Addressed to you, Ruthie. Are these not simply relief supplies from Lord Ozan?
はい。お父様がどうしてもといろいろ送ってきているんです。あ、おしとれ様。これは
Yes. Yes, but my father insisted and sent quite a lot of things. Ah, here you are, Sir Oster. I take the paper from her hands, some kind of shipping manifest. This list is quite comprehensive. Arms, armor, provisions, preserved foods, even luxury items like mirrors and fabric. Not merely war supplies then.
ええ。正常への贈答品もかなりの割合を占めています。この品々で正常への忠誠の強さを表したいということでしょう。
Yes, a large portion of these are gifts to Her Highness. It seems they wish to prove the strength of their loyalty with this gesture. Even so, isn't this a bit much? I would think it borders on excessive.
目録を確かめるだけで一苦労なのです。
Checking the inventory is a struggle in itself.
出し惜しみなし。
Generous.
この量、デートへ献上していた物資よりもかなり多いです。
This amount is even more than when they offered supplies to the imperial capital.
損得抜きで忠誠を誓っているという心の表れでしょう。でなければ、これほどの量の品は出せません。
An expression of their loyalty without regard for personal profit? Certainly they could have justified such a gift otherwise. They could not have justified. It is a fine thing to express such high-minded sentiment. I skimmed down the note, stopping at a list of goods that are more than likely Ruthie's. More than that, however, this seems to inflect requests to take care of his daughter. Items addressed to her include chests of drawers, dressing tables, things that more suggest a dowry than supplies for war.
ありえますね。目に入れても痛くないといった感じの可愛がりようでしたから。
Quite possible. She seems to be the apple of his eye after all. Oh, she's blushing. Ruthie's face reddens, and she hangs her head. It seems that's occurred to her as well. I guess Kruger Owl is still a dotant as ever. I must say, I'm glad to have so many supplies at hand. With this, Iniakamu can be...
うわ、なんかすごいぞ。ここすごいぞ。
Oh, awesome! Super awesome! As I near the mountain offering, I'm interrupted by a loud, gleeful cry from the near the entrance. That sounds like... Heralded by a cheery shout and the sound of her bounding across the hall, Xian flies into the room. And what are you up to here? Are you playing by yourself?
違うぞ。みんなと一緒だ。
Nope, I got everyone here. Everyone.
ほらシノの走って先に行っちゃダメってば。また転んでも知らないんだから。
Now, Xian, you shouldn't run off like that. If you trip again, it'll be your own fault.
平気だ。それよりもすごいぞ。いろいろ山盛りだ。
I'll be fine. But this is super awesome. Look, it's all piled up like mountains.
まあ本当に反物や食べ物がいっぱいですね。
My, it really is. So many fabrics and foods.
これがすべて九十里からの援助の品々。
This is the scale of Kujuru's aid?
おお、すごい量じゃな。
Oh, such generosity. Delighted reactions fill the room. Aji in particular seems to transfix, expecting the rare items with satisfaction. My liege, why has everyone suddenly appeared here?
ルルティアに九十里からの物資が届いたって聞いたの。それでどんなものか気になっちゃって。
I heard from Ruthie that we had a shipment in from Kujuru. I got curious and wanted to see what they sent.
そしたらしーちゃんに引っ張ってこられまして。 途中で姫殿下と宗近様もご一緒になったんですよ。
And then Shio pulled me here, and we joined up with Her Highness and Miss Muchika along the way.
お宝いっぱいって聞いた。
I heard there was loads of treasure. Not sure if it could be called treasure, but there certainly are loads of it.
世も同じくルルティエから聞いてな。しかし随分と多いものじゃな。テートにいた頃の献上品はもっと少なかった気がするぞ。
I heard Ruthie's report as well, but what a grand tribute. It dwarfs even the offering sent to us back in the Imperial capital.
これほどたくさんの雑多な品々は初めて見る。こういったものも送られてくるのじゃな。
It is the first time I've seen such a vast array of offerings and curiosities in one place. They even have these more luxurious items, I see. Guess that comes as no surprise. Everything that was sent to the princess was probably carefully selected. Only the best of the best.
これはほとんどが戦のためのものなのじゃな。
Most of these are supplies for war. Then?
はい。物資のほとんどが武具をはじめとした戦に必要なものばかりとなっています。
Yes, the majority of supplies are things such as armaments and other necessary items of material use.
といっても、反物や鏡なども届けられていますし、そういったもの以外の品もあるようですが。
Yet there are some less obtruous articles among the pile. Fine clothes for stitching, mirrors, not all meant for the army use, I expect.
こちらは薬草の類でしょうか。
And these are medical plants.
うん。本当、薬草もいろいろ種類が揃ってる。
Hmm.
それもこんなにたくさん。
They really have a fine selections of herbs. And there's so much of everything too. She gazes admiringly at the samples on hand. They're rare enough to impress even a seasoned apothecary, it seems.
なあなあ、うまいものもあるのか？
Hey, is any of it super tasty?
ええ。といっても、食料のほとんどは乾燥させた保存食なので、美味しいと言えるものは少ないと思いますよ。
Yes, but most of the food is dried and preserved. Sadly, the vast majority of it is unlikely to feature super tastiness.
あるにはあるんだな。なあなあ、あれ食べたらダメか？
Does that mean there are some? Hey, can I eat that?
食べ物もいいが、面白そうなものもたくさんあるようじゃ。こ
Hmm.
こは一つ宝探しでもしてみるか。
Food is good, but there are quite a few curiosities here. Why don't we go look for some treasures?
わあ、お宝探
Oh, treasure hunt!
せ。よし、行くぞシナモン。
Good, off we go, Xian.
正常。
Malige. As Aoji prepares to dash off, Murochiki stops her with a sharp repine.
他の者が見ております。お戯れはお控えください。天使として進化への示しがつきませぬ。
Others are watching. Do not act on such juvenile impulses. You're the divine scorn, and must conduct yourself with the dignity required.
少しくらいは良いではないか、固いことを。
It should be fine for a bit. Always so rigid.
わかった。おとなしくしておくのじゃ。
Fine. Dignity is... Aji looks moodily away from Munachika, accusing stare, admitting defeat.
別に見るだけならいいと思うけど。
I think just looking around should be okay. Ah! Cone leans over the pile of offerings, gently lifting up one of the bolts of cloth.
この反物、模様がすごく綺麗。
Wow!
こんな染め方、初めて見るかな。
That's the one thing I have not seen him do in this, which has been a little surprising. They have not done any, they've only done one kind of festive. And that was the princess thing in the last game. But they have not done any kind of festive event too much in these games. Because usually you would think they would want to dress up the girls in yakutas or something, or some kind of similar kind of clothing. And that's usually what they do in most of these games. Maybe they're gonna do that with these new clothing they're about to do. Whoa, this fabric, the pattern is so beautiful. I've never seen anything like it.
それ月間模様というんです。私の国でしか取れない染料を使って染めているんですよ。
That is called a Utama pattern. It's dyed with pigments that can only be gathered in my country.
いいなあ。こっちにはこんな染め物もあるんだ。ねえどう？似合うかな？
Oh, I'm so jealous. They didn't have dyed cloth like this back home. Hey, what do you think? Does it bring out my eyes? She wraps the fabric around herself like part of a robe, throwing a playful question my way.
はい、お似合いです。クーン様の髪の色にもぴったりです。そうですよね、おしとり様。
Yes, it suits you well. It matches your hair perfectly. What do you think, Sir Aster? Indeed, a fine match.
とってもウルトリー様みたいにキラキラしています。
Very much. You have a glow about you, just like Miss Utahuri.
ありがとう二人とも。
She just got talk.
でもいいな。この生地。
Ah, thanks, you guys. The material is so nice. Cohen sways slightly, stroking the fabric wrapped around her. She seems practically entranced.
この反物を使ったらどんな素敵な服が仕立て上がるのかな。
Oh, I bet I could make something beautiful out of you. What could you be?
クオン様、よろしければその反物を差し上げましょうか。
Miss Cohen? If you want that fabric, I can just give it to you.
え？これってエンナカムイへの献上の品なのに、私がもらってもいいのかな？
Huh? But I thought this was an offering to Inuyakamu. I can't just take it, can I?
はい、それはお父様が私へと送ってきた分なので、おしとり様のお許しがいただければ。
Yes, that's part of what my father had sent to me. As long as Sir Oster doesn't object.
おしとり様、よろしいでしょうか？
Sir Oster, is that all right with you? Ah, I don't mind. The items were sent to you, Ruthie. They are yours to give as you please. Her face brightens with immediate, earnest happiness.
ありがとうございます。クオン様、どうぞお受け取りください。
Thank you. Miss Cohen, please accept this.
本当？ルルティエ、ありがとう。
Really? Thank you, Ruthie. At her words, Cohen happily embraces the fabric, nuzzling against it in delight.
何をお仕立てになりますか？
What do you think you'll make?
アペルでもいいですし、テパイでも。首巻きにしても暖かいんですよ。
An apparel would be good, or even a tupac. It could also keep you very warm if you make it into a scarf.
そうだね。どうしよっかな。
That's true. Hee, what should I do? Rumoro perks up, addressing the cheerful Cone.
でもクーちゃん、お裁縫は上手にできるのですか？
But, Ku, has your sewing improved?
今は上達してるんだから。
I'm better than I used to be.
そうなんですか。首巻きを作ろうとして、いくつも大きなまりにしていたクーちゃんが。
Is that so? I remember Ku trying to make simple scarves and ended up with nothing but a massive ball of thread.
もう、今は自分の服だって自分で縫っているんだから。
Come on, I can sew my own clothes now.
ただ、こんなに綺麗な布地で作るのは初めてだけど。
But this will be the first time I worked with such fine material. A bit uneasy, she drops her gaze to the cloth Ruthie given her. Now that I think about it, she's offered to make me some new clothes before.
安心して。私がクーちゃんのために一肌脱ぎますから。
Don't worry, Ku. I can help you shed all those layers of doubt.
もう忘れてしまったんですか？私がお裁縫も得意だということ。
Oh, did you already forget? I have quite a knack for sewing, if I say so myself. That is the first I've heard of it. You can make your own clothing, then?
昔からこれが一番得意なんです。
Yes,
この服も私が一から仕立てたものですから。
yes, it's always been my best skill. Even the clothes I'm wearing now are my own work. She made those herself. I mean, that's a testament to her skill, but that means she chose to make it that revealing.
さあ、私に任せてください。
Now, leave it to
ふ
me.
ーちゃんに似合う服をこしらえてみせます。
Now, leave it to me. I'm sure I can make something that suits you perfectly, Ko.
フミリルの気持ちすごく嬉しいかな。
Yeah,
いい服を仕立ててくれると思う。
it,
でも
I appreciate the sentiment. I'm sure your incredible tailor just, hmm?
そうこの国は寒いしフミリルみたいな服じゃ風邪ひいてしまうかも。
You know, this country gets cold, and if I wore clothes like yours, Fumuro, I'd catch a cold?
あら、遠慮しなくてもいいのですよ。くーちゃんのために精一杯頑張りますから。
Oh, you don't have to be so modest. I'll do all I can for you, Ku. You know that.
ありがとう。でも私もいつまでもできないままじゃいられないから。
Right. Thank you. But, well, I can't just rely on you for everything, you know.
これほど質の良い布地、くーちゃんではちょっと持て余しませんか？
Are you worried that this high quality material might be too decanted for you, Ku?
それは
That is... Ko stammers frantically, trying to come up with a response for her. Gon seems a bit desperate. Certainly if someone other than Fumuro wore the kind of clothes she got on. I start to imagine how Kon would look wearing clothes like Fumuro's. I can certainly understand why she'd get worked up, but I'm not sure how I'm supposed to help.
よろしければその反物私に仕立てさせてもらえませんか？
If you like, Miss Kon, I could make something out of that fabric for you.
ルルちゃんがですか？
You will.
クオン様にはいつもお世話になっていますから少しでもお返しができればと思いまして。
Yes, Miss Kon has always taken care of me, so I was thinking it would be nice to give back to her somehow.
ダメでしょうか。やはりフミリル様の方が。
Is that a no? Maybe you would prefer to have Miss Fumuro?
お願い。
No,
ルルティアありがとう。
no, please do. Thank you, Ruthie.
クオン様。
Miss Kon.
皆さんが見ています。ですから。
Everyone is staring, so please, Ruthie shrinks in embarrassment, in contrast to Kon, who is enthusiastically nothing against Ruthie's cheek.
ルルちゃんがそういうのでしたらお任せしますね。
Hmm.
ふーちゃんもすごく嬉しそうですし。
Well, if Ruthie says so, I shall leave it to her. Who looks so happy at the idea?
すみません。私がわがままを言ったようになってしまって。
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make such a self-centered offer.
いいえ、日頃のお礼でしたら邪魔するわけにはいきません。
Oh no.
ルルちゃんの仕立てる服を見てみたいです。
Oh no. I wouldn't want to get in the way of such a kind gesture of gratitude. And I'm curious to see you work too, Ruthie. Oh, she wants something too. What is the matter? If you like something, you are more than welcome to pick it up and look closer.
いや、なんでもないのじゃ。
No, nothing. Nothing at all. Are you not feeling well?
いや、別に要はそんなことなど一つとして。
No, it's not that at all.
アンジュ様
Princess Aju? Ruthie smiles shyly, presented her with an indigo fabric pattern with white waves.
アンジュ様こちらの反物はいかがでしょう
Princess Aju, do you like this fabric?
これはヨニカ
Is this for me?
とてもお似合いだと思いますよろしければ私にお召し物を作らせていただけませんか
Yes, I think it suits you very well. If you like, I could make some kind of garment for you.
好きにするのじゃ世は用意されたものならば何でも着てやる
Do as you please. I will wear anything that is prepared for me.
波模様か。確かにその反物も似合うけど、こっちの渦巻きの柄も似合うんじゃないかな。
A wave pattern? Huh? That fabric would be perfect, but I think the swirling pattern might suit you as well.
そうかよくわからぬが他にはないのか
Is that so? I am no expert. Are there others?
今お持ちしますね
I'll bring it right away. Despite her words, Ruthie remains there with a smile, watching Aji eagerly looking through the piles of fabric. I see. The princess just wanted to get in on the conversation. Where before Aji had been fidgeting and uncertain, she now beams alongside Ruthie and Cone, chatting happily. This could have been solved a lot more easily if she had just spoken up. Good grief. She needs to learn how to express herself.
ルルティエ殿、よろしいか
Lady Ruthie, if I may?
歯切れがあれば、小生にも少し
あ
分けてもらいたいのだが。
She wants stuff for her dolls. Her stuffed animals and such that she makes. If there are any unwanted scraps, might I have some of those?
はい構いませんけどもしかして宗近様も服を仕立てられるのですか
Yes, by all means. Perhaps you are also making some clothes, Miss Mujichika?
あ、いや、その手習い程度に作っている小物に布
Yep,
が
her,
入りようでだね。
her little creations. Well, I simply need some cloth for some small projects. Just practice, really. And
ぬいぐるみかまたぬいぐるみを作ってくれるのか
oh,
シナナンも欲しい
oh, plushy friends! You're gonna make more animals! I want some. Me too! Dion, previously distracted by all the snacks, immediately jumps in as she hears Mujichika.
ぬいぐるみ
Stuff animals?
いや、それは友人がだな。決して小生が作るのではなく。
Well, this is for a friend. I certainly do not make...
宗近はぬいぐるみを作るのがうまいんだぞ
Mujichika is really good at making stuffed animals.
シナノン
Dion,
部屋もぬいぐるみいっぱいだこの前シナナンももらったぞ
her room is all full up with stuffed animals. She even gave me one.
へえ、宗近にそんな特技があったんだ。
Whoa. I didn't know Mujichika had that kind of skill.
だからそれは小生ではなく友人が。
Again, it is not for me, but a friend.
ぬいぐるみ作ってくれないのか
You ain't gonna make me another plushie?
作ってくれないのか新しいお友達
Aren't you gonna make me a new friend?
それは。
That. As Mujichika scrambles for an excuse, Shion looks up at her with her big innocent eyes, and Mujichika finds herself giving in.
うん。新しい友達を作らねばな。
Yes. New friends for everyone.
やったぞ
Yay! Despite everything, The sight of Shion hopping around in sheer joy brings a smile to Munichika's face.
仕方がない。欲しいと言われれば作るほかない。そういうわけで、小生にも布を分けてくれまいか。
I suppose that settles it. If you desire them, I must make them. So, then, could you spare some clothes for my purposes?
もちろんです。
Of course.
どうしたのだ？
What is it?
一緒に私にも作り方を教えてくれませんか？こういった小物などの作り方はあまり知らなくて。
Could you teach me how to make them as well? I've never been good with detail work.
小生がですか？
Me?
しかし。
Me? Teach you? But,
ご迷惑でしょうか？
would it be too much of a bother?
いや、そんなことはないですが。
No, that is not the case.
あ、それなら私もいいかな。小さいものが作れるようになれば、裁縫ももっと上達すると思うんだ。
Can I join in as well? I'm sure if I learn to work on some small things, my sewing will get better.
断る理由が見当たらぬか。
I have no good reason to deny you.
なら決まりかな。あ、せっかくだから猫ねたちも呼んで。
Great, it's settled. Oh, since we have so many people already, we might as well get Nico and others to join in.
増えるのか。致し方ないか。
Even more people? I suppose there's no helping it.
それじゃあ、宗近のお許しも出たし。ぬいぐるみを作るなら。
Well, since we got Muchika's permission, if we're going to make stuffed animals, with that, Cone and others eagerly start rifling through the new and exciting fabric. You know, this is nice. Looking around at everyone, you never guessed there was a war going on.
どうしたのですか？穏やかな顔をして。
Something on your mind? You look unusual peaceful. No. It's just that a scene like this is enough to make one forget about war for a time.
確かに。ですが、たまにはいいのではないですか？こういった休息も必要です。
True. But there's hardly fault in that. Don't you think? It's good to find respite where we can. Fine point.
それに、今朝のように政務中に寝てしまわれれば、仕事が滞ってしまって大変ですからね。
Take care not to fall asleep in the middle of governmental work. Forms would end up half finished. It would be a terrible mess. I will keep that in mind. What's this? I feel a tug from behind. The twins are trying to get my attention.
好み。
Your favorite?
主様はどのような服がお好みでしょうか？
Master, what kind of clothing do you like? I'm not certain I have any preferred types of clothing. Why do you ask?
新調する。
We will make them.
せっかくなので、私たちも新しく服を仕立てようと思いまして。
This is a good opportunity. We thought we might make some new clothes as well.
これも縫った。
We sewed this. Clearly they're trying to prove that they can sew too.
主様の好みを聞いておいて、夜のお世話に役立てようかと。
We wish to discover Master's favorite, so that we may make use of it for nightly care. I see. How diligent of you. But I cannot think of any favorites in particular.
あら、それなら私も手伝わせていただけないかしら。
Oh, then might I help? Then might I help out as well? Lady Fumaru, I thought you were still talking with Cone and others.
ええ、でもサラーナちゃんたちが楽しそうに話しているから。
Why, yes. But I saw Uru and Sarana talking so happily over here.
それで 気に入る服を仕立てるんですよね。私も手伝ってはダメ？
And you wanted to make clothing for Lord Oster would like, right? Am I not allowed to help?
もう
Mm.
かの眷属の施しを受けるは教師に反します。
To be assisted by a servant of the Liberator would go against our pride.
とはいえ
But even so,
主様が第一、ここはわだかまりを捨てるのが得策です。
Master is our top priority. We can ignore any ill feelings.
歓迎
Servant of the Liberator. Servant of the Liberator. That. Who is supposed to be the Liberator? Is that the from 1? Aku from 1? But she wasn't even. That just does. I don't. Who would be the Liberator? Welcome.
フミリルさんとなら趣味が合いそうな気がします。
We think our interests align with Fumuro.
そう言ってくださると嬉しいです。
I'm glad to hear it. Gotta plug in my phone. Suddenly they're hitting it off. Or something. Across the piles of supplies and gifts, I notice Audie and Narcy approaching.
綺麗な反物やえ。
Oh, these are such lovely fabrics.
ふむ、ゆつま模様か。これは相当に高価な品だろうな。
Yata Utamu Tuma pattern. That's a pretty expensive piece. Their eyes shine with curiosity as they peer at the spread of bolts of cloth.
一目でわかるですか？
You could tell from a simple glance?
うちは乙女やもん。このくらいは当然やえ。
I'm a fair young maiden. This is basic stuff for me, pet.
私は目利きが必要だったからな。
And I've needed to be a good judge of quality.
あら、ちょうどいいところに。
Oh, you came just at the right time. They started discussing amicably among themselves, pulling the newcomers in.
ほむほむ。ほうほう。面白そうやな。
Oh
その
yeah.
話、うちのった。
He's a good design maker. Just gotta find the right people to put the clothes on though. Oh yeah. Sounds like a lark. You're on.
新しい服を皆で試すというわけか。なるほど。確かに面白そうだ。
So we can all try on new clothes together. Sounds like a good time to me.
猫やんもどうえ？
How about you, Nico?
でも、私の身の丈に合うかどうか。
Well, I'm not sure it will fit my height.
せっかくの機会、猫でも楽しめばよいのじゃ。
Oh, this is a good opportunity. You should really enjoy yourself more, Nico.
でしたら、私が猫ね様の分もお作りしますが。
Then I can make yours too, Miss Nico.
私も手伝っていいかな？
May I help too?
及ばずながら小生も
Though my contributions may be lacking, I shall help as well.
シナナモだ。
Xian too!
独尊。
So many.
これは腕の振るいがいがあります。
This will be a worthy test of our abilities. Everyone gathered up, starting to separate into groups of prospective models and tailors, and soon enough plans start brewing. This might turn into something serious. My hunch turned out to be well-founded, and soon enough the clothes debuting in a little fashion show. Each had their own charm, but also hints of unique craftsmanship, until, before everyone's eyes, the clothes made by the twins and Fumuro came apart, thread by thread, and fell off, resulting in sheer pandemonium. It goes without saying that such a wicked trick was a deliberate feature of the outfit. As for who was wearing the clothes at the time, I am sworn to secrecy. Basic system co-op attacks have been unlocked. Battle system. By meeting certain requirements in battles, units will be able to perform certain action chains at the same time. Oh, we got that unlocked now. Cool. There are many advantages to this, such as increasing the amount of damage dealt or nullifying an opponent's skill. Aim for these combined attacks and seize the control of your battles. New entry has been added to the combat tutorials for glossary. But I think I'm going to end there today. My throat is a little scratchy. It's also a good time. But yeah, that will be it for today. I hope you like what you saw. Please hit the follow button if you did. You receive notifications when I go back live, which will be tomorrow at 11 a.m. U.S. Central Time. Hope to see you again then. Good day and goodbye.